And we're live. Can you hear me?
I gotta go in this.
I don't know if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep. You can hear me now?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, we're good. We're good. No graphics because my computer hates me and all of that lovely stuff. But happy Sunday, everybody. I really feel like throwing my computer off the balcony again. It's just, wow. Hello, Dominic. Hello, MN. MN Picker. How you doing? Monster. We're good. We're good. No graphics, just flies tonight and whatever.
MN Picker?
Better without the graphics. Well, I'm a graphics guy, so yeah. Anyways, if it was working all up until a couple of weeks ago, everything was good, and my computer just decided it doesn't like it anymore, and I have no idea why. And I'm a bit of a computer guy, but I'm not a super computer guy. So, I mean, I can use my OBS program, but I have no idea. It just doesn't like me anymore. So, I guess I'll be just doing it without the graphics from here on in. But or until I, the thing is, I don't know a lot of computer people either, or I know them, but they're not local to me. So they can't come in and tell me. And I know you guys, some of you guys have tried to explain it to me, some certain things, but I can't visualize it, what you're saying. Like I can't go in and do it and stuff. So yeah, it's a bit of a tricky thing for me. But anyways, that's what it's gonna be. Hello, Bambi. Our girl Bambi's in the house. Happy Sunday, Bambi. We love you. Uh, so I must be getting old, guys, because I'm going to show you something here now. The Superfly now has magnifying goggles to help me see when I'm tying flies. So it magnifies them, and I can really get in close. So getting old, getting old. My mom bought these, and she was using them, and then she stopped using them, and they were just sitting there. And I'm like, she's like, "Do you want them?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, my vision is getting messy." So I'm like, "Absolutely." So now I'm using those. Whoopee! So I hope all of you guys, Luca's in the house. Midmo is back. Now you can hear me. Yeah. Thank you, guys, for all coming back. I appreciate you guys. I'm just gonna do it without the graphics for a while because every Sunday and Friday night and whenever else I do it, it just frustrates me to no end. Either the video won't work or the sound won't work, or and I can't figure it out. I don't know if my camera is just old or my computer is just old, or yeah, I don't know anymore. I just don't know anymore. But anyways, for all my American friends, happy 4th of July weekend, long weekend. I hope you guys celebrated last night, had a lot of fun, and had seen some fireworks and whatever else you guys like to do when you celebrate. So yeah, this is the last thing I was tying up in my vise. I was tying up these little minnow patterns, little straight tiny streamers. They're craft fur minnows. They work really pretty good. They catch a bunch of fish, and yeah, I really like them. So that's the last thing I was working on, and
You said it's cute. Oh, you made MN Picker blue.
I did make it. I did make M and Picker blue. Absolutely.
That is a cute fly.
Yeah, so there's different ways to tie those flies. There's a lot of different little patterns. Like there's this darker version here. It's got like a copper belly and red bead eyes. This one's a night. This one's a good one. Um, then there's a little bit more complicated one where you have to actually make the eyes out of those diamond eyes that I have. So there's those.
Is that one used? It looks used.
No,
No?
no, never
Looks
been.
like it's been in the water.
No, this one's never been used yet. Never been used. And here's a pattern that I call this the zebra nymph, the beaded zebra nymph. I have not fished one of these since 2017. But if any of you seen my videos that I posted today or yesterday, you will see that I was catching smallmouth bass with the beaded zebra nymph. So this is a kind of cool one. And here's a really cute little sort of like woolly nymphy sort of fly. So yeah, those are cool. Those are the things I would tying up the last couple of days. Uh, so yeah, so I don't know what you guys want to see tonight. I apologize if I'm in a bit of a mood. This computer issue is getting me in a mood. So every single week, takes me 45 minutes to get going, and then when I finally get going, no sound, and it's just driving me up the wall. So I do apologize for being in a bit of a mood. But you know what? I'm sure as I hang out with you guys, I'm going to start getting happy again because you guys all make me happy. And yeah, here's a cool pattern. The chenille leech. This is just like an egg sucking leech, but I just used only chenille and a bead for the eyes. So this is a pretty cool pattern. Very fishy, very fishy.
Muddy Water Outdoors says hi everyone.
Muddy Waters Outdoor. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Picker says Vice time is happy time, Jody.
Vice time. Vice time is happy time indeed.
And Bambi says it's always a pleasure to be with you. She feels blessed to see you.
Yes. All right. Well, Okay. Well, thank you guys for all the love. I'm gonna start with a relatively easy one tonight because my brain is not braining good. So I'm gonna tie this one. It's very effective, and it's pretty simple to tie. And then I'm going to, after I tie this one, I'm going to tie this little minnow because the back end of the part of this I use for the bottom, the fuzzy part of the hackle, I end up using for this minnow, and the top part of the hackle I use on this one. So I'm going to tie these back to back and show you exactly what I mean by that. And they're both really good flies. So let's get into our hooks. And
Says, have you ever tried the jig superfly?
Have I ever tried a jig? You know, I have, but not really on my fly rod. I've tried them jigs on a regular spinning rod. You guys want to see me tie a jig? I can tie a jig.
Sure.
Sure. I'm pretty sure I got a jig here. Just for Luca. This is just for Luca because I love you, Luca. So I'm going to tie a jig. I have some jigs. They're a little bit smaller jigs, and if I'm going to use them on a fly rod, then I would for sure use a smaller jig than a heavier weighted jig. So let's do this This will be a
Yeah,
little,
he said they're his favorite thing to tie.
yeah. So let's do this little tiny jig here. A little tiny pink one. This will be the Luca jig right here, just for Luca.
That's nice.
The Luca jig. And who else? Somebody else I know ties a lot of jigs. Ruben Flores ties a lot of jigs.
Paper says they look like ice jigs.
Yeah, so they're this will be like an ice jig, and it'll be tiny. So we're gonna put that in there, and we're gonna start with our good old clear nylon thread, and we're gonna put that on our jiggy jig. And it is sharp because it just poked me right in the finger. All right, we're going to go right up to the bend of the hook, like so, and then we'll work our way back. Beautiful. Now, what color should we use on our jig? Thinking. I don't know.
Orange. Lucas said orange.
Lucas said orange?
Yeah.
Orange it is. Orange it is.
He's laughing.
We're gonna do orange tail and black body. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Because I know those colors are super fishy. Beautiful. So we're gonna take our orange feather, like marabou style feather, and we're going to pick off a good piece, and we will bend it like this. Beautiful. I like it. Actually, I'm going to tie it. Yes. Let's tie it on the end. So I'm going to flip it upside down. I'll tie it in like this. And normally I would trim off the excess, but I'm going to use that to bulk it up just a little bit. So all those little, like, the spine of it and all that, I'm just going to tie it all in. And then when I use my center, it'll be all right. And every jig I tie has to have some flashy in there. So I'm going to use some crystal flash and make it nice and flashy.
Lucas said they're his favorite colors.
Yes.
And then he said, I wasn't born on Halloween. Put laughing signs.
He wasn't born on Halloween? No, we weren't. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to layer it a little bit. I'm going to add an extra color in there. I just thought about it now. You know what I'm going to add in there? Just a little hint of red. Yeah. Making it up as I go along.
Oh, Lucas said he's apologizing for his typing. He was born on Halloween.
Oh, he was born on Halloween.
Yeah. And Bambi's son was born on Valentine's Day.
Aww.
So cool.
The kid, he must be a lover, not a fighter. All right. So.
Funny, can I just share something from Dominic?
Yeah.
He said, Jody, thanks to your underwater action video, my wife was inspired to start tying her own flies.
What?
She made 4 of them, and we're going to test them out next week.
Sweet.
How cool, Dominic.
That's cool, Dominic.
Right on.
Absolutely.
Oh, cool. And Kid says hi, Jody.
Kid, what's up, brother? Welcome in. Is Kid blue, right?
He is.
Yeah, okay. Who's not? Is anybody not blue that's in here?
Let me just check.
I'm giving everybody the blue wrench today.
all blue.
Everybody's blue. We're all blue together. The Mod Squad, the Dream Team. You guys know what you're doing.
Yeah.
All right. So I added a little red in there just to break it up, and I made it very, very sparkly. So now we're going to get. You can use one of two things for this. You can use chenille, which I am going to use, or you can use wool. But I'm going to use the chenille because you know what? I have a ton of it, and I haven't used it in a while. I'm going to use a nice fluffy chenille, black chenille, and this will make everything pop in there. So I'm going to attach this on right under the eye, wrap it back, the bend of the hook.
Real Outdoors.
Hey, Real Outdoors, hello, brother. He's going to have a fish off with the Sith.
No.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm gonna. It should be amazing.
That's cool.
All right, we'll tie that off there at the head, and then we'll just give it a bit of a trim. And I'm just gonna do a couple more wraps just to tie everything down, and then we will tie it off. There you go, Luca.
Yeah.
This is
Luca
the
jig.
this is the Luca jig
That's cool.
from the Superfly.
I like the sparkle.
You would like to sparkle.
I
Miss anything that sparkles gets the Mrs. Superfly must be a panfish. Because if she would anything that sparkles catches her attention. If it scoots along and looks pretty, she eats it. So yeah, so that is the Luca jig.
Nice. Oh,
Ruben Flores would be proud of me right now.
Nice, honey.
He ties lots of jigs. He has his own that's his job. He ties tons and tons of jigs. So if you're a jig maker, you'd be proud of me right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're playing to everybody now. We're playing to everybody. Okay, well, I'm going to put that away. Okay. So there you go, Luca.
We'll have to fish it.
I'll have to fish it.
Yeah.
I should give it to Mom to fish under the bubble and see how she does.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Nice.
So did any of you guys get out fishing this weekend?
Well, Real said B2 wade fishing river rats fishing together can't wait.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
He made that. What he meant by that was him and the Sith are going to be wading the river.
Okay.
Catching them fishes.
Oh, nice.
These are too small. I need a bigger hook. Get me a bigger hook. Stat. This one will do, I think. All right. Ouch. Ouch. You know your hooks are sharp. You jabbed them into your finger 500 times. They get into the water. You don't even catch a single fish with them. Yeah. By the way, boys and girls, I'm getting close. The weather is getting like gar pikey here now. So here in Ontario, Canada, when it gets really hot, that's when the gar pike are in the rivers, and you can wade in and get them. And we are getting into the heat zone now. So me and my buddy Ted are going to go on a gar pike adventure in the next week or so. So keep your eyes open for that. That should be interesting. Okay, so as usual, I attached my thread below the eye, wrapped it down, wrapped it back. That's our base. And the next thing we need. Oh, why is that still?
He said he went frog jigging.
Frog jigging? Is that like is that like fishing or like you were actually catching frogs? I've caught frogs on flies before. Frogs are crazy.
Mhm.
All right. So I took my red wool and I melted the end, give it a little bit of a wrap between my fingers. I want it to be twice the length of my hook. Then I'm going to tie it down.
Sky O Panda, what's up, Superfly?
Sky Panda. Hey, buddy. No, not Sky Panda. Psycho Panda.
Oh, I'm sorry. I read it wrong. Very sorry. Sorry about that.
He's blue now. Blue, blue, blue. Okay, so I'm going to trim it off here, which will make it easier for me to tie it in. And I'm going to tie it all the way to the back. Do, 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 do.
So, frog jigging is usually catching frogs with a spear or what we call a jig.
Oh,
That's how
okay.
Luca explained it.
All right.
Yeah.
I've never. You guys eat them down there, frogs. I don't. I don't eat frogs, but they're fun to catch, regardless. All right. So for this next step, oh, you know what? I'm going to put the eyes in first before I do the next step. So what we need to do is we need to get a pair of black bead eyes. And we're just going to search them out to make sure they're relatively the same size, like so. One thing, when you buy a lot of beads in a container, they all look relatively the same size, but some of them are longer, some of them are shorter, and it can be quite annoying sorting them out. So I don't usually sort them out. Where is my hemostats? There they are. So I'm going to put that, once you burn the first end, you can put the hemostats in the middle, and then you can cut off a couple of Sure, throw it on the ground. Yay! Ugh. It is under your foot, Miss Superfly. Can you grab me that bead there?
Oh, sure. Sorry.
The Mrs. Superfly is going to save me. Thank you, Mrs. Superfly.
You're welcome.
So that happens quite often when you trim it. But just no worries. You slide it back on, and you pull out the fire, and you just keep going. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. La 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 swimming. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tie in my beads right below the eye of the hook. And I know you guys are wondering, Superfly, why did you leave that red tag piece out the front? Good question. I'm going to show you. So the reason I do that is because I like the tail to be red and the head to be red. So when I fold it in between the eyes, it covers up the shank of the hook, and then it also gives a nice red head, see? And it'll offset the yellow. And then we'll tie down to the bend of the hook, and we'll trim off that little tag now. Beautiful. And you could take this and fish it like that, and it'll be like a little red worm. But we're going to get all fancy now, boys and girls. So you could use two different kinds of colors. You could use kind of like a school busy yellow, or you can use the fluorescent yellow. But I'm gonna use the school busy color. But you can. This is the good thing about fly tying. You can do all what you want. Like you can just change it as you wish. So this hackles that I got has a mixture of black and then white and black and white. So I'm going to use one that has a mixture of black and white in it, like this. Um, but I want to get one that has a really fluffy, this one. I'm going to take this one because it has a really fluffy sort of body, and I'm going to show you why in a minute. And I'm going to put the rest of my hackles back in their bag. And I'm going to take the hackle at the fluffy part, and I'm just going to pinch it really tight and give it a really good snap and snap it off. And this part we're going to use for the other little minnow fly. And this part we're going to use for this fly. Aha! So we tied that in right below the eye, and we're just going to let it sit off to the end. Now we're going to take our yellow wool, and we're going to tie it in right below the eye, and we're going to wrap it to the back, and then we're going to wrap it forward. Beautiful. And then we're going to start turning it around our fly, and as you go, you want to pull fairly tight on it. You don't want it to be too loose, and you're going to wrap it up to the eye. And when you get to the eye, we're going to just wrap our thread twice around our wool, and then we're going to tie it down with probably about 4 wraps. Then we'll take our scissors, give it a nice snip, and we'll just put a couple more little wraps just to make sure it's not untying there. Beautiful. So now you can take one of your hackle devices. So I've got hackle pliers. I got these hackle pliers. Or I got tiny hemostats. And to be really honest, I really like the tiny hemostats because they really give me a really good grip, and I can lock them in really secure like this. And then they're really easy to just give a twist. And then you can, after you twist your hackle, you can just take your fingers, rub it down. It makes really, really spiky. Oh, they came off.
Picker says he has the same bobbin. The metal shaft, the thread gots through, slides up and down, very annoying.
Yes.
And Lucas says too loose, and it likes to unravel when you use wool, has been my experience.
Yes.
Sandra UI1GP, hi Superfly, I found you.
Hey, Sandra. How's it going? This hackle I've had for a great number of years. And I don't know if you guys have started watching me recently or in the last little while. Um, Not a lot of my flies to this date have used a lot of hackle. Uh, when I'm usually making legs and stuff, I I I usually use broom bristles and stuff like that. But when I was a younger man, I got gifted lots of hackles. A lot of people gave it to me. And it does, as you can see, it makes a buggy a profile. Like it makes a fly look really buggy, right? And that's what you want. You want your flies to be really, really buggy. And it does make an easy sort of leg because you can just kind of wrap it on and get a bit of a leg, right? I'm going to trim this little bit off the end here. And now you see our little wiggly worm there is all buggy, and I'm just going to tie it off now with a couple of half hitches like so. And I'm going to trim it off. And that should be all locked in nice and good.
Monster saying you should make Sandra blue.
Oh, yeah, Sandra. You are right, monster. You are right. There you go, Sandra. Sandra is part of the dream team. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this nail polish and I'm just going to just dab the eyes. And it does two things. It makes
Thank you.
You're very welcome, Sandra. So it makes it clear, but it also seals in. It kind of glues them onto the broom bristle that we used for the shaft. So it makes it really, really strong. And then if you have any fibers that are kind of stuck, you can just take your little dubbing brush and kind of just give it a little comb, and it'll make them all nice and even. Now, when the fish start eating it, it's not going to be even for long because they're going to beat on this fly pretty bad. So this fly was made to take a beating, and it's got, because of the nice hackly legs, it's got a really nice kind of slow feathery sink rate, and then as it gets down to the level where the fish are, you just start twitching it a little bit, just tiny twitches, and this fly is really, really, really good.
Panda's working. He's leaving. He'll catch you on the next one, and he sends his love.
All right, brother. Don't work too hard, Psycho Panda. It Work is never conducive to joy. We all have to do it. It gets in the way of our fishing careers. But anyways, guys, so that's a really cool pattern. It's caught a lot of fish for me in the past. It's fairly easy, and yeah. So now I'm going to show you the second part of this pattern. I'm just going to leave this over here on my table. So now the leftover piece, after a lot of us have these little fuzzy hackles after, and it's like, what are we going to do with these little fuzzy hackles? Well, I had it in my head the other day that instead of just wasting this little fuzzy part of the hackle, it could make a brown or like little whitish brown minnow, depending on how much fuzz you have there. So I'm like, yeah, we're gonna make these little hackle minnows out of that. So that's what I'm gonna show you guys right now.
Real Outdoors really liked the fly, Jody. It's a nice craftsmanship.
Thank you, Real Outdoors.
And Sandra said she was looking for your super chat to throw some loony toonies at you.
Yeah, so Sandra, here with the Superfly, you'll just have to verbally do it because I don't take super chats or anything like that. I can't anyways, really, to be honest. I don't have that much membership or like I don't have that much subscribers or watch hours or whatever yet. So, but even when I do, I'm going to decline being monetized because I'm really not interested in monetization. What I do want uh, one day, hopefully, is a play button and 100,000 friends. So that I will absolutely take. So if you guys want to stick around and be my friend, 100%. And if you hit that subscribe button, I will be grateful. Most of you in here have already done that, but if you're watching this afterwards or if you're lurking in the background and you haven't, that would be great. I'm not going to beg you to do it, but if you want to be my friend, you are welcome to be my friend. Me and the Mrs. Superfly would appreciate it. So I didn't tell you guys the size of that last hook, but I'll tell you now. It was a size four. No, was it a four? Yeah, it was a size four egg hook. That was what I tied that last one on. And this one, I'm pretty sure is going to be the same thing. Nope. This one's going to be a size six egg hook. Yeah, so this will be a size 6 egg hook. But uh, you guys,
Lucas like you.
Luca's like me.
Yeah, he said he doesn't want. He didn't do it to be monetized. He did it so that he can share what he knows how to do.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
it's, I just want to teach the next generation how to tie some really cool flies, go out and catch some really nice fish, have some fun,
Yeah.
how to be loving, sharing, and kind to each other.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. I, you guys all know this, so, but I say it a lot, but I grew up before Google, so I didn't have it. I really didn't have a strong fly tying mentor or teacher. I didn't have anybody on Google to show me on YouTube or Snapchat or TikTok or any of these programs or whatever. So I'm all self-taught. I just threw stuff on hooks until they started looking good. And also as I got older and I could afford different materials and stuff, and people donated materials, and as our materials got better, our foams got cooler. Like we didn't have really cool foam when I started tying flies, like all this craft foam and stuff. This wasn't really that available when I started tying flies. So like in the last 15, 20 years, this stuff has really become available, easily, readily available, and it has changed the fly game incredibly. And it comes in so many colors, you know, and all the nail polishes. You guys know I have more nail polishes than the wife and my mother put together. So like crazy, crazy. But yeah, like all these cool materials and stuff are super, super cool. Yes.
Do you know Miko 889?
I do know Miko 889.
You're in Missing
Miko!
Live. How you doing, brother?
Miko is in the house, and I'm going to mod Miko up. There you go, Miko. Thank you for showing up and being a part of the family. When you're with the Superfly, you're part of the family. You're not just a subscriber. You're part of the family.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm starting to get quite a large family. So, I don't know if I can feed you guys all, but you're all welcome to show up. So yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the materials. Yeah, the materials are super cool. And they're easier to come by, and yes. So when I use these darker colors for the backing, I like to use a bit more of a copper tinsel. So I got this copper tinsel here, and if the feather is more white, then I use a white tinsel or an opal tinsel. But I'm going to stick with the coppery theme because I like it.
Oh,
What's nice?
he said he has the honor of meeting Mrs. Superfly.
Yes, you finally get to meet the Mrs. Superfly.
Pleasure is mine, Miko.
Absolutely. Don't charm her away. You can't have her. Okay, so I'm going to attach it below the eye. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap down to the bend of the hook, and I'm going to fold it back over. And I'm going to do that a couple of times back and forth just to bulk up the material so that it'll just bulk the body up a little bit more than it would as if I just wrap it once. If that makes sense.
Um, Lucas said back in the day he would use Wet and Wild nail polish like you.
Absolutely.
And Sally Hansen.
Absolutely.
That must be a fly tires thing.
Oh yeah, well because it's like paint, right? Like
Yeah.
you guys don't it, and there's colors you ladies have that
Yeah, awesome colors.
and the other stuff is once that nail polish hardens,
Yeah.
like it's water resistant, right?
Yes,
So
yeah.
it lasts a long time on our flies.
Yeah.
So that's why we all we steal it from you guys and use it. But I've got tons and tons of it. Like,
Yes, sir.
okay, so I'm gonna just trim it off. I tied it down there at the end. So now you see you got a nice little coppery body. And then I'm gonna look for that feather which I had, which is right here. I want to keep that handy. And I'm gonna go with the red eyes. So this kind of will resemble a baby rock bass, to be honest, because of the red eyes and the coppers in it and the dark browns. This will be kind of like a baby rock bass kind of pattern. So I have two bead eyes that I had prepared for a different fly that I never ended up tying because I ran out of time. So I'm going to use those. Ah, get off there. I got my ribbon stuck in my torch. So I'm going to take my torch. I'm going to melt 2 millimeters of that broom bristle. And then I'm going to take my hemostats. I'm going to put it in the center. And this time I'm going to try not throwing my bead across the floor at the Mrs. Superfly. I'm just going to pinch it with one finger and I will cut 2 millimeters off. Look at that skill. See, guys? I don't always make a mess, just 90% of the time. And then I'm going to melt that down. And then it makes your little sort of like dumbbell eyes. And I'm going to tie them right below the eye of the hook, like so. So I don't know if you guys can see that. All right. And now we're going to take our, oh, no, we're not. We're going to take some red wool dubbing, just a little bit, like just a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit. And we're just going to wrap that below the eyes. And that's going to be the gills of our little rock bass slash minnow. And now we're going to take our little feather, and I'm just going to take this one little piece out of there because I want it to be really fluffy, and that's where it started to be not fluffy. I got to get it right out of there. I don't want it in there at all. I'm kind of anal when it comes to this kind of stuff. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to decide how big we want our feather to go over. And at that point, we're going to tie it in right below the eyes. We're going to do a few really good wraps, and then we're going to trim off whatever's excess there. And I also want this brown to start in between the center of the eyes. So what I'm going to do from underneath, I'm going to take my thread and I'm going to catch it right at the eye of the hook. And then I'm going to go from underneath and put my thread on the other side of the eyes. And then when we fold it over, we're going to pull it right in between those two beads. And then we're going to tie it down like that.
So, honey.
Yes, sweetheart.
Earlier, Miko said, do you do live streams of your fishing? And I let him know that no, you don't.
Right.
And then Sandra asked, do you sell your flies? And I said, no, only locally in Ontario.
Right.
I didn't get into it.
Okay? Right.
Okay.
So you didn't, but I will.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So we'll start with the
live stream,
fishing live streams. I don't fish live for a couple of reasons. The main reason is I don't have data on my phone, so I don't use it for live streaming. That's the main reason. But even if I did, I still most likely wouldn't live stream my fishing because when I'm when I'm fishing, I really focus on the fishing. Like I would probably not be really interactive with you guys and so on and so forth. So yeah, I
I think because you only go once a week,
yeah,
and that's your time to,
yeah, it
and you're passionate about it, so that's your time with
absolutely
nature, right?
absolutely. So
So you're not
so
live streaming.
right. So like the Mrs. Fly just said, when I'm out fishing, I'm really into the nature,
Yeah,
really into the fishing.
yeah,
My eyes are constantly scanning the water.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I would be horrible to watch as a live stream fisher.
Right.
Um, so that's why I just record it, my fishing. Like I'll record
Right.
it with my, but I don't pay attention. So like sometimes you guys will see my fishing videos. I'm not really focusing so heavy on the camera as
No.
to where the angles are and what it's just mounted on my chest, and whatever you guys see, you see. Just like when I do the underwater stuff, I just do it underwater, and whatever swims in front of the camera, that's what you see. Um, I'm not really overly talented to do that. I just pick a spot where I know there's a lot of fish and drop it in, and then you guys get to see that.
Right.
So that's why I don't live stream while I'm fishing. Uh, as to the selling of the flies, I sell flies. Like if I'm out fishing, like here's a good example. This is my little container full of flies that I have, and these are like $3 flies, um, right? And these are all the ones that are you can just put them on a hook, or put them on a line under a float. You can drop shot them. You don't need a fly rod to fish any of these, although you can obviously fish them on a fly rod. But you don't even need a fly rod to fish these. You can just put them under a float or drop shot them, and they're ready and easy. And usually, if I go out and have one of those spectacular 300 fish days, people are on the shoreline going, "What the heck is that guy using?" And I'm usually using probably something like this, or the roof fly, or like a little pink fly, or something that's little, small, and super attractive, and like these little minnows and whatever. And usually that's how I make my sales, because they'll be like, "What is he using?" I just say, "Go talk to the ladies," because my mom and Mrs. Superfly have those on the shore, and they will just sell them. So that's kind of how I don't sell tons of flies. Like I just sell them here or there. And like once a year, I'll do like a garage sale, maybe twice a year at my mom's house, and I usually sell some there. Um,
We do
we
bazaars
we
and
have done like
markets.
bazaars and markets in
Yeah.
the past, but I'm not getting rich on selling flies. That's for sure. I've had a lot of offers to sell my flies, like stores want to sell them, but they only want to give me 10 cents a fly. And I'm like, yeah, no thanks. I'm not going to make a store that's going to mark it up to $5 or $6 and give me 10 cents for it. Like, that's just not going to happen. I rather just sell it person to person. And the last reason I don't sell flies, uh, especially outside of Canada, is just because of the tariffs and the incredible shipping costs to do it.
Or the consent form.
All the consent forms, and again, you have to have an app on your phone, which I refuse to download on my phone. So that's why, guys. So I do apologize to all my friends in the states, because I do love you, and I know you guys love my flies. But you can always watch what I do and learn how to make them. They're not that hard. And a lot of the stuff that I show you, uh, is all the fish catchy stuff. So like it's not that complicated. And you know what? It's fun to learn how to make them. Like if you get into them, like when I learned, I was in high school. So I started in grade 9 tying flies, and it kept me out of trouble. I didn't do drugs. I wasn't out hanging out in gangs and doing stuff out on the streets. I was a really well behaved young superfly. I stayed at home, and my parents were happy to buy me materials and hooks to tie flies. So yeah, and then I had some hunting friends that were deer hunters, so I got lots of deer. I got a green garbage bag full of deer fur. So I mean, I've tied tons and tons of different kinds of flies. I had a teacher who was he raised like peacocks and pheasants and all kinds of really pretty birds. So I got a garbage bag full of feathers from him, and yeah, like it's just my materials. I just you just collect them, and before you know it, you start tying. But if I made a suggestion to any new fly tyer, if you're new to tying flies, just go out and get a couple of colors of wool, like orange and pink and black, and maybe some red and some yellow. And you can start tying flies like right away because it doesn't take much to put some wool on a hook. And then if you have a little blender, you can just comb it out with a dog comb or blend it up with a little like a little tiny magic bullet or whatever those blenders are. You just put the wool in there and you blend it up and you can make all kinds of dubbins. Like as you guys can see, I've got all kinds of blends of dubbins. I've got pinks and greens and dark greens and peaches and oranges and the materials are easy to come by. It's not really that bad. Now, if you get into it like I do over the years, and you start tying the realistic flies, like the grasshoppers and the praying mantises and the bugs and the bees and everything. Yeah, it gets a bit more expensive and slightly more complicated, but nothing that you guys couldn't handle. Trust me. And if you watch guys like me, a lot of us are happy to teach you guys how to do that. Hey, OnlyFins. Where is OnlyFins?
He's way up there.
He's way up
I
there.
didn't want to cut you off.
Oh, you can cut me off to say hello to people.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Fins. I didn't. I when I'm chatting away, I'm not reading the chat. Mrs. Superfly, she doesn't like to cut me off, but super glad you guys are here. So yeah, so these are the two easy patterns that I make using pretty much both parts of the feather. These little minnows look like probably like a little rock bass or like a little minnow, and those fish, they just gobble them up like they're little candies. Um, Monday's my video that on Monday I caught a rock bass who had another bass, like a largemouth bass, a baby largemouth bass in its belly, and it spit it up and took my fly. So I showed that on the video. So, all right, monster. Watching the master. Yeah.
You're gonna let his head swell up.
Don't swell my head there, Fins. You know, I I am proud that I can tie these flies. I mean, I am proud of it, but at the end of the day, it's only time and experimenting and practice that got me here. If you put as much time into it as I do, you'll be tying flies. And to be quite honest, you don't have to put as much time in it as I have because, like I said, there's Google videos, there's guys and girls all over the world who can tie spectacular flies, and we are happy to show you guys. So if you're new to fly tying, now is the best time to get into it because the information is there. What you can interrupt me.
Hovey-ish? Do we know what hovey is? Hovey-ish?
I think he's new to the channel.
I love flies for bass and pressured ponds.
Amazing. Yeah, flies are incredible for those. You know, and there's something to say about flies because they're they're not they're lots lighter than a big lure, so they're not. If a place is pressured, those fish are spooky, right? So if you go in there with a fly, you can have a much subtler presentation for most flies. So yeah, they're absolutely for bass and pressured ponds and stuff. For sure, flies are spectacular for that. But just remember, guys and girls, at the end of the day, fish how you want to fish. Don't ever feel like if you go to somebody's chat and they're like, "Oh, this is how I fish and this is only how I fish," just because the super fly only fishes flies. Uh, this week, I have started posting some videos from. I'll show you my face. Yes.
Yeah.
Um, this week, I started posting some videos from back before I was a solid fly fisherman. Um, so they're from a few years back, and you'll see, like I'm a bigger guy there, like
Really
a,
big.
I was like 170 pounds bigger than I am now. So like you'll absolutely be able to tell they're my older videos. Um, but in those
You're
videos,
about 18 years younger.
I was about 18 years younger, and I was using worms and sometimes lures, and some of them had a mix of flies in there because I was just getting deeper into the flies at that time. But um, I just wanted to show you guys the versatility. Like I started on, no, I didn't start with fly fishing. That kind of grew on me, and then it took over me.
Right.
And in my opinion, this is just my opinion. I just enjoy catching fish on flies. Um, I'm not. I catch a lot of fish on flies, and I catch a lot of different species on flies. And here in Canada, we don't have too much salt water, but not in my part of Canada, anyways. But for you guys in the states and other parts of the world where you guys got the ocean, and guys can do even way more kinds of fish species, fly tying and fly fishing. Fly fishing is a really fun and it's really cool. But if that's not your cup of tea, you don't have to do that just because you come to my chats and see that I love it so much. I mean, hey, if you get addicted to it, spectacular. I mean, it is a really fun way to hang out with your buddies and just do stuff. Not only that, you can make tie flies and give them away as Christmas gifts and stuff to your fishing pals. So I mean, I've saved a lot of money over the years by doing that, and I've made a lot of people happy, and I've introduced a lot of people to fly fishing, and I've converted a lot of people. But it doesn't mean that you can't fish other ways. It doesn't mean you can't be if you guys like bait casters, like that's my least favorite bait caster. If I was gonna give up fly fishing and go to a different style of fishing, it wouldn't be bait caster for me. It would be back to the old spinning rod, like the good spinning reel. But that again, that's me. If you like them, go ahead and use them. If they work for you, go ahead and do it. And if it's legal to do it, go ahead and do it. Uh, and that's all I can say. Like whatever style of fishing you enjoy, if it's legal, go ahead and do it. Um,
Polly Ish says,
yeah,
I also use little ones so all the kids in my fishing club can catch bluegill.
absolutely, absolutely.
And Only Finn says stripper and crappie on the fly rod is top.
Striper and
Right,
crappies.
right,
Striper and crappies are awesome on a fly rod.
right. That's what
They're
he
they're
said.
they're incredible. Um, there's a fly. Finn, you only fins. You tie your own flies, right? There's a fly for crappie that is incredibly awesome. I don't know if you've seen it. Do I have it available? I don't have it available to show you. It's a dynamite fly, though. I mean, literally dynamite. It looks. I made it to be like a stick of dynamite. You've probably seen it. I showed it in a different. I'm gonna get it. Just hang on. It is right here. My 10,000 cases of flies. How is that? I was sitting on a fly. Ah, that wasn't comfortable. Yes.
Kate is back.
Yoshi is back in the house. Here we go. Here it is. This fly here, Fins. If you're a crappie guy, this is a literally. I made it to look like a dynamite. My buddies were always joking, "Oh, you could just use a stick of dynamite." So I'm like, "Okay, I'll make a dynamite fly." This is a crappie slayer. I have caught so many crappies on this. It and they come up for it. It's a top water popper, like it pops like a popper, so it just pops along, and they come up and they just inhale that. So
I can't see it very well. Your chat ticks up. I
My-
guess because your camera's high up.
because my camera's high up.
Yeah, it's to your face instead of to the device.
Okay, how about now? It shows nice and even on my screen. So, anyways, that's the dynamite fly. This fly is a crazy fly. And I think I've shown this to you guys before, the happy face fly.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised that the fish loved this one so much, but again, I made it as a joke. But this fly, it really catches a lot of fish. It's a really floaty one, so it's like a top water floaty one. So they really like that. I got lots of poppers. I haven't tied too many poppers on this channel.
No, you haven't.
I should tie more poppers for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of bugs, like a lot of little. So here's a bug that I tied many years ago. I call it the crazy fun bug, and it's a pretty simple bug, but it catches a lots and lots of panfish. Like they come up and they just inhale this, and it's pretty easy to tie.
Pibbles and Bibles is here.
Pibbles, Pibbles and Bibles. All you guys, welcome in, welcome in. God bless you guys. And these flies here, these flies are crazy little flies. They got a nice metallic underbelly, and they catch a lot of fish. They're just a metallic underbelly, and then you just fold the foam over, put a little fuzzy tail on them. All kinds of cool flies. But definitely pinks do it. You fish with a lot of pinks. Here's a nice popper that I tied up.
And then Picker likes hopper poppers.
Hopper poppers?
Yeah.
Yep. Hoppers and poppers are unanimous, synonymous. They're crazy flies. But if you like bass fishing, MNR, was it MNR who likes bass fishing? A good old mouse will do it. You run a mouse through a weed pad with some bass in there, they're gonna come and take it. And you can make them bigger. So like if you want to go for like a pike or muskies or even a larger bass, you can make a nice articulated mouse. So I make them articulated too, so that they're really super swimmy. So I use a lot of mice or hoppers like frogs. We were talking about frogs like kid. If you're a bass fisherman, this is the this is one of my froggy flies. This is a bass catcher for sure. I've caught lots of bass on this one.
Yoshi likes your frog style.
Yeah. And the good thing about the frogs is like you can make them big or you can make them smaller, right? You can shrink them down. This is a smaller version of that. And they got little hooks on the feet. So you got like little stinger hooks on the feet. So that's really cool. And then you guys have seen the crayfish. If you're a bass fisherman, like especially smallmouth in the creek, fins, this is one for you. If you're catching those smallmouth in the rivers, in the creeks, they eat tons of these crayfish, tons of them. And they're really articulated. The claws are really super articulated. These ones swim really, really good. So yeah, that's those. And then if you guys fish like, if you want to get back into panfish, you guys know I'm a pan fisherman big time, like bluegills, sunfish, crappies, perch, and then small and largemouth bass. Those are my favorite fish to catch. This fly here is almost unbeatable. This is just a little topwater bug that I made, a little foam bug. Orange dubbing on wool dubbing on the bottom, a little bit of orange feather, orange foam, very floaty. And what I really come to believe is that the fish see this as a June bug, and that's why they like it because those panfish really love June bugs. So I catch a ton of fish on that pattern there. And another pattern that is really, really spectacular, again in orange, is more of a nymph style. I call this the wiggle bum nymph. Um, this pattern here, this fly here, it is really, really awesome. Like this catches tons and tons of fish. So there's that. And again, you can tie them in all kinds of colors. And then, a fly that I almost never leave home without because it's the tadpole. This topwater tadpole is incredibly fish catchy. I catch so many fish on this tadpole.
Showing me lures I can't use this diabolical.
Fins, I'm sorry. I
Red Picker agrees.
Well, you know what? You just gotta get a vice and hang out with the superfly, and I'll teach you guys these flies. They're awesome. They're awesome. So here's a white and pink version of that other one. This one does really, really great. It's pretty cool. Um, and then I did this. It's kind of like, I don't know. I kind of made it like a wiggly leg grasshopper almost. It kind of looks a bit like a grasshopper, but it doesn't really look like a grasshopper. But I'm assuming they just see it as a bug. And this one really floats on the surface really good. And when they see it, they just see it jiggling around and they're like, delicious. Well, you guys, I've been on a lot of your guys' channels, so I see the kind of fish you guys are going for. These little floaty nymphs are cool too, made out of the foam. So these are like a top water nymph when they come up to the top and they're about to shuck their skin.
Lucas says, well, at least you're willing to teach us how to make them. If not, we'd have to drive to Canada. Laugh out loud.
That's it. That's it. You gotta come visit your boy the Superfly, and I'll. You know what? I In all honesty, that's what we might have to do in one of these days. I'll just make a big box of flies, and one or two of you will have to meet me at the border, and we'll just have to send it over that way, and because mailing it's impossible. So I'll just have to make you guys some flies, and one of you in the states can ship them out to everybody else, and that'll be how it goes. Um, what time is it? 8:18. I You guys want to see poppers, or so like top water flies, or wet flies like nymphs, or these crazy little, more of these colorful little, or a bug. You guys want to see an actual bug? We could do crickets. Maria's already Miss Superfly's like, you don't want to do
Oh,
crickets.
no, go ahead. Go
Just
ahead. You've never done one before.
I don't think I've shown you guys the black
No,
cricket.
that'd be cool.
You guys want to see the black cricket? The black cricket. This one's deadly. This is a deadly fly here.
Picker says poppers and bugs are cool.
Poppers and bugs. So we'll go cricket or popper. I'll let you guys decide. I'm so excited. It's June bug season. May I?
So Pibbles wants to know what got you into making flies. You make some really amazing stuff. I have never known how interesting and neat it is if I didn't come to your channel.
Right. So okay. So this is what happened, Pibbles. When I was in, so this is a bit tragic. So just ignore the tragedy part, but I'm going to throw it in there anyways. When I was in high school, so like I did a little bit of fishing with my grandfather, with just lures, spinners, and just repellas and whatever. But when I got into high school, because I was always a pudgy kid and I didn't really fit in with other kids, so I'd been bullied all my life. And when I got into high school, I was the first year of high school. I got bullied really, really badly, and I hate to say it, I wanted to take my life. But one of my teachers, Konstantin Paputzis, who is still all these years later, he's still like my best friend. Um, he had a fishing club, and he saw that I was really not happy, and he invited me to the fishing club, and he said, "Come on, come to my fishing club, and I'll introduce you to the guys." And I was kind of leery. I didn't really want to meet any new people because I was all like scared and whatever. Uh, Cricket, it is, Luca. When I finish this story, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So, so what happened is he brought me into the club. He met me, introduced me to a few of the guys. I met one of my other really good friends there, and when it was like the second time I came to the club, he pulled out the fly tying vices and got us tying flies, and everybody kind of was like, "Oh, it's cool," but nobody really took to it. But I really took to fly tying. I was like super interested. So at that point, I no longer wanted to take my life, and I got super into fly tying. And I after year one of fly tying, I got invited to go to the Young Anglers of Canada booth at our local sportsman show, and I met the world champion fly tyer for 3 years running, uh, and he was like, "Your stuff is crazy," and I mean, I was just new to it, like it was year one for me, and I just went all in. Like after that, I was just like, I was addicted, and I just my goal was just to make things as realistic as I could, make it look as much. And I'd been studying bugs all my life, right? So, like, since I was like 6 years old, I studied anything that crawled. Um, so I just went all into it, and by time I uh, yeah, so by time I got into year three of high school, I was in a tournament for our school, representing our school. So that was really cool. And then after I graduated, uh, so I got after high school, I got really confident, and I never let anybody bully me or pick on me after that. Uh, Jared,
Yeah,
Jared,
ducked in to say hi, but he's working on the porch.
working on the porch.
That was nice of him, eh?
Thank you, Jared, for saying hi. Be careful while you're working on the porch. Always good to see you, buddy. Always good to see you. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So then I graduated, and after high school, I my friend Constantine, he kept inviting me back because now I was like a really good at fly tying, and he kept inviting me back to teach the younger generations, and so I'd go in a couple times a year and do the seminars to his other students and stuff. And I just kept at it and kept at it, and then eventually I was good at it. So and
How many years now?
it's 35 years.
Right.
Well, it's probably maybe 40 years now.
Yeah.
I'm 48. How old are you in high school? So like if since
18.
18,
15, 16.
15 or 16.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm about 35 years in. 35 years in. And time at my vice, 60,000 hours. 60,000 hours. And if you do 10,000 hours, every 10,000 hours of anything, whether it's being a musician, a knitter, a baker, a mechanic, uh, whenever you put 10,000 hours into something, you become a next level master. So, first 10,000 hours, you're a master. Next 10,000 hours, level 2 master. Next 10,000 hours, level 3 master, and so on and so forth. So I'm a level 6 master fly tyer. And some people don't even know what that means, but by the definition of mastery, that's how that applies. So some of people who are my age who've been tying since they were kids or teenagers, we're pretty high masters. And if you're one of the guys like me who spends countless hours at my vice, uh, you become a master. Like you just master it. And the other thing about mastery is when you start, so like I can tie almost any kind of fly, almost any kind of bug, but when you get to the point where you're like start to think you can tie everything and whatever, you you want to see the next generation do better than you did. So you start realizing you don't want to be perfect. Like just because you're the master fly tyer, like people are like, I'm the best in the world. Well, I hope I'm not the best in the world. I really don't. I don't ever want to. I want to be the best I can be, but I don't want to be the best in the world. And I don't want to have a reason to stop. So every day I try and learn three new skills or three new tips or tricks or something because I always want to better myself, and I'm positive that there will always be a chance to be better. So, but if I was the absolute best and I knew every material and every fly and I could tie every single thing, I'd probably be upset about it, to be honest. So the fact that I'm here with you guys and you guys challenge me to stuff too, and I like that where you go, hey, have you tied one of these or have you tied one of those? Hey, Sea Witch. Hey, brother. Let me mod you up. I know Sea Witch from Moe's from
Oh,
Mighty Mo.
nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
good to see you, brother. Yeah, so to be honest, like if I knew everything, I'd be pretty upset about it. So I am glad that I don't know everything. But I am glad that I've made a June bug that I'm really happy about. This is uh this is one of my favorite June bug patterns that I tied. And now that it's Usually June bugs are flying by mid-June, but they're just starting to come out now. So the fish are going to be on these panfish, carp. Carp really love the June bugs. Um, Rock bass love them. Sunfish love them. Bass and large and smallmouth bass love them. So they're going to be gearing up to eat these and cicadas. So it is cicada season.
So you're gonna type the cricket?
So it's cricket time.
Yeah.
The master fly smith. Well, I gotta tell you, there's some guys in Asia and in Germany
Yeah.
and in Scotland and a whole bunch of other countries that tie some flies that just put my stuff to shame. And again, I'm not even upset about it. Um, one of my friends, I don't know if he's on YouTube, but he's definitely on Facebook.
Mhm.
Leighton Phillips. You want to see a guy tie
Yes.
flies? Leighton Phillips can tie some flies.
Yes.
He is by far, he beats me by far. You give him a challenge, he's going to find it. Like he ties wicked flies. And another guy, I haven't seen him on YouTube, but I've seen him on Facebook. Fred Haney. If you guys have ever seen Fred Haney tie flies, oh my gosh, that man can tie some flies. Let me tell you, he makes some really, really, really awesome flies. And then, you know, you guys in here, like Rob Green, he ties really good flies.
Nimby?
Nimby ties really good flies. Maddie ties really good flies.
Yes.
Jared,
Yes.
Jared ties some really awesome flies. Yeah, there's a bunch. And then there's some other people who tie some pretty good flies. And there's just, anyways, I'm gonna shut up.
Make your bugs.
I'm gonna make my bugs. You came here to see me make the bugs, so I'm gonna make it the bugs. Okay,
You need to fix your camera, sweetheart.
my camera. Yeah, you guys. I'm making bugs with my mouth. Look at that. I'm talking about it. Let me get the camera down. Come on now. All right. So, that hook is too big. I need a smaller hook. Come on. Where's my smaller hooks? There we go. This is better. 10 million hooks. Have you done a potato bug? Yes.
Of course.
Yes, I have. Ouch. I have one. It's in the bedroom. Let me tie this, and if we have time, I'll show you the potato bug. The other thing about me, too, guys, is like all the bugs I tie, I don't just see them and tie them, I study them. So, like, I can tell you the mating behaviors, when they hatch, when they spawn, when they lay their eggs, how they lay their eggs, when they, like, I know all the facts about them, too. Because I'm a geek. All right, so we need some medium. No, I need some thin broom bristles. Ugh. This magnifying thing on my head is good, but it gets really tiring after a while. All right, so let's start with the. My hands are tired. I'm throwing things on the floor. That went in between the couch. Okay.
What am I looking for, honey?
A lid. It's right beside my tackle box, right there. No, it's literally touching this tackle box.
Okay.
God bless Mrs. Superfly. You know what, guys? If I didn't have her, I'd be in bad shape because I'm constantly throwing stuff around.
It's
Thank,
okay.
thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
Everybody, give the Mrs. Superfly a round of applause.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
She's a superhero. Okay, so I take two thin broom bristles. These are going to be his antennae, and I'm going to put them long, really long, but we're going to trim them down after. And I'm going to tie them in the whole length of the fly, like so. Beautiful. Now,
Oh, thank you, Sandra.
Sandra, thank.
You said me and you are like Danny and Erica. We're sweet.
Oh,
Thank
you so.
you.
Thank you, Sandra. By the way, if any of you guys don't know who Danny and Erica are,
They're
they
awesome.
are an incredibly amazing couple,
Amazing.
and they do incredibly amazing things for the community. Danny, most of the time, now this year he's struggling because we're all fishermen struggling this year for some unknown reason. The environment is not being great. But normally, Danny goes out and catches a bunch of catfish every week, and he cleans them up and he makes really cool nuggets, catfish nuggets, the best nuggets you're ever going to eat if you ever eat them. And he feeds them. He cooks them up, feeds them to the needy, and he's incredibly awesome. And he's got a lot of people now backing him up. He calls them his angels, and they help Danny by supporting with food, different kinds of food, socks, clothing, different kinds of things that people in need really need, and it's just really awesome, the community coming together and being helpful. So if you haven't checked out Danny, go check him out. He's got a really great ministry, and he's a really great guy, him and Erica. And just if you check him out live, he's a great place to hang out. And Sandra and Pibbles and Bibles and Rue and a whole bunch, Bambi now, and a whole bunch of us. We hang out there, and it's just a fantastic place. Okay, so we got our antennas in there. Now we're gonna make our cricket a little girl cricket, and you're gonna be like, Superfly, did you lift up her skirt? I did. So see this little see this little piece down here on the back? This is called an ova depositor. And grasshoppers and crickets have these, and other bugs. And basically they use that to they stick it into the dirt or into the cracks of trees and sticks, and they lay their eggs, and then their eggs hatch out and become little baby crickets. So if they have that, it is a female. And if they have two little spikes coming out the side, it is a male.
They didn't see anything because you were past the camera.
None of that you saw.
No.
Fantastic. Why don't you guys slap me when I do these
They
things?
can hear you, but
They can hear me. Okay. How about okay. See this? Now can you guys see it? This little pointy part here, which I just explained, I'm not going to explain it again, but that little pointy part is what I just explained to you. That is the ovipositor. And that is the part that goes in next on our cricket. And to make that, we're going to use a thick broom bristle, the thickest black broom bristle you can get. We're going to take it, we're going to melt the end, and then when it cools just for a second, you're just going to rub it in your fingers, and it's going to basically make that little pointed arrow shape, and that looks exactly like an ovipositor. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick it. Well, I'm going to trim it down just a slightly because it's just a tad longer than it needs to be. We're going to start right below the eyes. We're going to tie it in, making sure that the arrowy part is out the end of our hook. And this is just aesthetically pleasing. So, to be really fair, if you don't want to waste your time doing that step, You don't really have to, but I like it to be fairly accurate. So that's the accurate. And this is a simple cricket. Like I'm not showing you guys the crazy crickets. This is the simple one because you can put little mouth parts in there. If you put a couple broom bristles here, you can make the little chewing mouth parts. We're not going to get all into that. Forget that nonsense because a fish is just going to eat it anyways. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get two thick broom bristles like this, and you want to make sure they're the same length. So if one of them is a little longer, you're going to trim that off. And now we're going to form the back hopping legs. So you want to make the foot. So you're going to make a 90-degree bend. That's going to be the foot and the thin part of the leg. And then just like a grasshopper, you're going to make these at a 90-degree angle this way. So see, you're getting this shape here. And then you're going to just bend them like that. So now you're going to have this kind of shape. I want to make sure I'm in focus here. Okay. All right. So that is going to be the two back legs for our grasshopper.
No, it's not a grasshopper.
Cricket.
It's a cricket.
Cricket.
You got grasshopper on the
Sorry, everybody. Sorry.
That's okay.
But if you're making a grasshopper, you could also, it's the same legs. Now you can make these thicker by wrapping some black foam on them, but this pattern is very simple. So I'm not going to do that. But on another day, we can show you a more complicated grasshopper. So I'm going to take the two little leggies, and I'm going to hold them onto my cricket. I'm going to take my thread and tie them in at the midway point of the hook. Why are you laughing, Miss Superfly? When she laughs, I know you guys have said something funny.
Because Luca says, "Oh, my wife's gonna love me. I'm stealing her black broom."
Yes, Luca. Yes, Luca. I'm getting you in trouble now. It's stealing her nail polishes, stealing her broom bristles.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't steal my wife's. I buy my own. So, all right. So that's the black legs, and I tied them in, and I left about a millimeter before the eye of the hook, and I did that because I'm going to now bend them like this. So spread them out, but they're too thick for the front legs because the front legs are thinner. So what I'm going to do is cut them flush on either side like so. And I'll put those on side because I can use those extra pieces for eyes. And then I will tie that flush. All right. Like so. And then I will get two. Actually, I have some cut, so I'm not gonna cut it from there. I'm gonna use these broom bristles here, which are medium thin, and I already cut them. And these are going to be his front legs. So what I like to do is tie in the first pair, and we're going to do it about a millimeter, possibly two, just below the eye of the hook, like so. And before you fully tie them on, just make sure they're even on both sides. Otherwise, it'll be hard to trim them later. All right, so we tie that one in, and then we're going to go another millimeter, which is right in between where we tied in the back jumping legs and these legs. And I'm going to take the front ones and just push them forward like that so that it frees up the space so that I can tie in the other ones. And again, before you tie them in, just kind of make sure they're centered. So the same amount on each side. All right. We're just going back and forth with a sort of a crazy eight pattern. All right. So now that we got our legs and everything in there, now we're going to glue them with some crazy glue. And hopefully this didn't seal over. It most likely did. So we're going to take some crazy glue. Beautiful, it didn't. Praise Jesus. And we're just going to glue them in on the top. And then we're going to flip it over and just glue them in on the bottom. And this is going to prevent them from sliding. This is the point where Jared chimes in and goes, you know, if you use Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, but he's working on his porch. Remember?
Yeah, don't tell him he's working on his porch. But this is usually where he'll chime in and go, Jody, just use Gorilla Glue. And he's right. I should try it. I never really tried it to be really fair. So I should one of these days. Okay, so now, well that, oh, and by the way, make sure you always keep your bobbin out of the way while you're applying that glue, because if it drips down into your bobbin, you're going to be unhappy. How do I know that? Because I've been unhappy many times. More times than I care to count. And I'm going to use this piece, I think. Yes. It's already the right size. Okay. So here we go. Here's where the fun part starts. What you're going to do is you're going to push these little leggies down. You're going to spread his little antennas like this at the front. And you're going to leave a little bit at the front so that you can fold it over and make his eyes. And what you're going to do is you're going to tie this down, starting at the front, just below, see the eyes? The eye of the hook is there. You want to tie just below that. All right.
Superfly, now we know your real name. What is it short for?
You know, my real name? Jody? My real name is Jody.
No, I think it has something to do with whatever you're tying. I don't know.
Oh, the crick. Oh,
I don't know.
You know why the Superfly is called the Superfly?
Why?
Because I tie flies. And I'm.
Oh, there you go.
All the girlies say is pretty fly for a white guy. Okay, so I folded over that little front piece, and that's going to make our eyes of our cricket. And I'm just going to take my thread, and I'm just going to tie one line this way, and then I'm going to tie one. Who said that, Sandra?
Yeah, she said, oh, that explains it.
All right, so see now we got like the eyes. And I'm just going to push it just a little bit forward with my thumb, just to make sure I didn't crowd that hole. And if you want to make sure you didn't crowd the eye of your hook, you can take a broom bristle. If the broom bristle goes through there, you're good to go, because you're okay. So now I'm going to pull these two front legs forward, and I'm going to tie the foam tight, not too tight, because you don't want to cut it off. There's a certain point, but I'm just going to tie it forward like that. And then I'm just going to make sure when I fold it up that it'll make the little butt, which it will. And then I'm going to take some black dubbin, because this fly is all black. Like crickets are black. So I'm going to take some black dubbin, and I'm going to make a little dubbin noodle by twisting the dubbin on there, like so. And then I'm going to dub in between all the little leggies, right to below the first pair of legs. Now I'm going to gently twist, fold over my black foam, and then I'll pull these front legs back so I can get a grip, and I will tie it with one catching knot, and it'll leave a little tiny neck piece there, and that's perfect. And then I'll take my two fingers, put them on my thread, twist, twist, And you can adjust this any way you want, and you can get in there and you can just tie it down. And when you're super fast like the super fly, you can do it like wicked fast, like a superhero.
Jody, Jody.
And then we'll take our beautiful scissors and we will trim off the thread like so. And then we can separate our little legs again. So put them off to the side. And to get that really hoppy, leggy shape, we'll take our hemostats and we will go out 2.5 millimeters from the side and we'll make a 90-degree bend. And then we will take the other little part sticking up and we'll bend that 90 degrees. And you have these little tiny grasshopper legs or cricket legs. And we will do the same on the other side. 3 millimeters out from the side and then fold it up. And as you can see, we have our little leg.
Rob Green is here. He's showboating now.
Who's showboating?
Rob Green.
Oh, yeah, I'm always showboating. Rob knows that.
Oh.
I was talking about you before, Rob.
Oh, okay.
I was telling everybody how spectacular you are, Rob. Rob is an incredibly good fly tyer. I highly recommend him. Okay, so we're going to take our scissors, our plastic cutting scissors now, and we're just going to cut off 2 millimeters off of the end of each of those legs because they're just a little bit long. And antennas are really, really long, but you don't want them to be that long. So we're going to cut them probably about half. And you can take your thumb and forefinger and just bend slightly every millimeter, and you'll see you'll get the little bend in the antennas, like so. And you can just adjust his back legs up beside his body now, like that. And this is a little black cricket, and you can fish it like that. Or if you want it to be more black, like see how this one's like metallic black, like shiny black, and that's like a matte black. That's because I covered it with some nail polish, some black nail polish. But you absolutely don't have to do that. I just like to do it because every time I see crickets, I see that they're black, and I just touch the sides a little bit on the foam so that it all.
Oh, and Picker's got to go, but he said, "Sweet looking bug, Jody."
Thank you, Picker. Thank you so much. Thank you for showing up. You guys are all awesome. I love you guys so much, you guys and gals. And then I take it out of the vise and I put it in my hemostats, and this will allow me to get the underside like so. And I just touch it with the black, and it all blends in, and it all looks uniformed. And there you have a black cricket. And that is a good fly. This is a very catchy fly that catches lots and lots of fish. And it's floaty, so you can, because of the foam, you can even float a small fly under it if you wanted to do dropper hopper. I'll have to explain that to you guys one time, dropper hopper.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever explained a dropper hopper. I know a lot of my fly tying buddies and fly fishing buddies know what dropper hopper means. But basically, if you use a large floaty fly like a hopper or a big ant pattern or a stonefly pattern, anything that's big and floaty, this will be your head fly. So this is floating on the surface, and then you can attach a line from the hook. You can attach a line down from there and you can attach a second fly, something like, say, well, this is a bit big, but something like the zebra nymph. So basically, this is on the surface, and this is floating down a couple of feet
Right.
behind.
Right.
And this gives the fish two options. So the fish can either eat the nymph or they can come up and take the surface bug. And the other thing is the surface bug also becomes as like an indicator. So if the fish does not take that bug, then it's an indication if something hits your bug below, because you'll see the bug go under the water or swim off to the side or do some erratic movement that it wouldn't do.
Can they do that on a regular rod or just a fly rod?
Uh it's kind of a it's kind of a fly rod kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a fly rod maneuver.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's
Cool.
so this little black, what did I all tie here? This little minnow, I tied this one, and I tied this fella here.
Rob Green said New Zealand style if you want to Google it.
Yeah. So these three flies
Mhm.
are what I tied tonight. They will be going into the box,
The special
the
box.
special box. And we're up to, well, as when I checked last before I started my live, we're up to 228 subscribers.
Right on, honey.
So, getting closer, guys. When we reach that 1,000 subscribers, one of you guys is going to be getting
Yeah.
the box.
Yeah.
I'm going to let this guy dry a minute because he's got that nail polish on him. So I'm going to let him
Sure.
dry. But here's all the flies in the box so far.
Coolio.
So every Sunday and usually Fridays, whatever flies I tie go into the box, and one of you lovely people somewhere out there is going to win this box. So that is the craziness.
Oh,
So
Lucas
if
said you can do it on a spinning wheel too, Jody.
you could
Hopper dropper?
you could probably do it on a spinning reel.
Yeah.
I've never done it. I know it's for sure a fly thing. But anyways, here's one of my wiggle bum grasshoppers. This is why I kept saying hopper, because I tie a lot of hoppers. And this is a non-wiggle bum hopper. It's just a green hopper. Tons of flies, tons of flies. This one is just a green bug.
So Lucas said, just above the wet fly, attach a small, and I do mean small split shot or something. You're not casting it very far though.
Right.
Okay.
Luca is correct.
He's pretty in sync with you, you know that?
Who, Luca?
Yeah, like
Yeah. Me and Luca, we're
like
good.
it's almost like you're in each other's heads when it comes to fishing.
Yeah. Me and Luca, we understand each other.
Yeah,
We-
you do.
So yeah, where is? Did I?
He said, "Awesome collection, Jody. Love that collection. Every last one of those is a fish magnet."
Here's one of the flies I was tying this week.
It's a little delayed. Hold on.
I'm not sure why there's always a lag.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of lag on my unit. Bambi said you could always add split weights, like you said.
Yeah,
You said?
split shots.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
those are the
That's
flies.
what your mom does, right?
Mom puts split shots on there.
Yeah.
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 Who Is Finn still in here?
No.
Oh, Finn's left, eh?
Yeah, yeah. Why, do you have a question?
No, he wanted to see a pill bug.
Oh, can't you like take a picture and send it to him?
I can,
Yeah.
I can, but I'm not going to. What I'm
Oh.
going to do, uh, I'm going to tie this. I'm going to tie one. I'm just going to tie one. You guys want to see me tie a pill bug?
Potato bug.
Well, potato bug, pill bug, isopod. The technical term is isopod, but then people call them pill bugs or roly polies or all kinds of different things. Let's tie one up.
Okay.
Tie one up, boys and girls.
Oh, monster's back.
Monster's back in the house. Monster's back in the house. Dum 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 da 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 dum da 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 dum da 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 dum da da da. I'm losing my grip now, guys. Secret agent man, secret agent man. They took away my number and they took away my name. Okay, so we're going to do some clear nylon thread. Surprise, surprise, eh? You guys should know the drill right now. Almost every fly I tie starts this way. All right. So isopods or roly polies or pill bugs or
Yeah, said, yeah, sure.
who said that?
Quite a few of them.
Everyone said, yeah, let's do it. Potato bug. Although
Well,
people okay, so people call them potato bugs,
called it a roly-poly.
but they are not potato bugs.
Why not?
They are because there is an actual potato bug, and it is not. There's a potato beetle from Colorado, and we have them here in Ontario.
Okay.
They are not pill bugs or roly polies. They are actually called potato beetles, and they live on potato plants.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, I told you I'm a geek, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a geek. I know because I tied them, and I'll actually, you know what? I will show them a potato beetle. Why? Because I'm a geek. Your geek friend. Again, don't mind the sexy Lego shorts.
Jody Sharp.
I know they just come to see the Lego shorts. They don't come to see the creepy bugs. They want to see the sexy Lego shorts. Okay, guys. So these, which I will show you in a second, these are potato beetles.
The leg is still at the shorts.
They're still right. It's still lagging at the shorts.
Okay.
So these are potato beetles, and these are the adults, and these are the grubs. And I tie them so good, you see they actually crawl around.
So Pippa likes all your bugs except spiders.
See all
They
the
look really nice on camera, honey.
all the bugs are crawling around. I make them so realistic. See, they're alive. They're alive. So I tied these ones and put them on magnets. But that's those are potato beetles, like actual potato beetles. And see this one with the orange.
I do.
This adult here.
Yeah.
That's eggs. That's how they lay their eggs.
Okay.
So that's all the stages of the potato beetle. I know what you guys are thinking right about now. You're like, Superfly, you're a real geek. I am a real geek. I'll just put them off to the side for now. Okay, so those are potato beetles, Colorado potato beetles.
Oh, okay.
And we do have them here in Ontario and in Prince Edward Island. So
Pibbles wants to know if you have a favorite bug, Jody.
Oh, geez. Really, Pibbles? Pibbles, you ask hard questions. You're like a teacher. Pibbles, are you a teacher? That's things teachers ask. What do you want to be when you grow up? A fly fisherman or an entomologist? You guys crack me up. My favorite bug. Wow. Um, I'm gonna say quite possibly the praying mantis is my favorite bug. They're really a cool bug. Um, they're hard to tie, but they're really cool. Let's show Pibbles the praying mantis.
Pibbles a stay-at-home mom, so that's close enough. She's right about that.
You're right, Pibbles. Stay at home, mom. So this is the for those of you who don't know,
And Rob says, when I grow up, I want to be taller.
be taller. You know, tall is not always where it's at. Hard to get under low hanging bridges, hard to get into small cars. Tall is not always cool. Anyways, this is the one of I've tied two. I've tied three of these in my lifetime. This is one of the three. The praying mantis. This was number one, to be honest. Um, so this is my favorite bug, Pibbles.
Ew.
Mrs. Superfly doesn't care for them.
Ew.
This is incredibly fantastic bug.
Oh.
Um, it is a gardener's best friend. So if you're a gardener, you will love these bugs. They eat. They do not eat your plants, but they eat all the bugs that eat your plants, and they eat almost anything. They do have some bad reputation though, because they have been known to eat lizards in some countries. They have also been known to eat hummingbirds if they can catch them. Uh, and sometimes they eat other pollinators that get caught up in the thing. So unfortunately, as much as they eat the predator, the bad bugs, they also eat a lot of the good bugs. Yes.
Interesting.
There you go. And I have a video which maybe I will put on my channel where I have these hatching out of an egg case, and it was kind of a cool video. So perhaps I will post it up and put a new playlist on my channel about bug videos, based since I'm a bug tire. So for all you bug phobes out there, I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But anyways, Pibbles, that's to answer your question. That is my favorite bug,
Praying mantis.
praying mantis. There you go.
And when you bought your display out earlier showing those
Yeah.
Colorado bugs
Yeah.
moving, Lucas said they're freaking raw that you can make a move that way.
Yeah, I used to when I tied them, I stuck magnets on them. And when you stick magnets on them when you're showing them off, people are like, "Huh? How do you make them move like that?" Because I'm super fly. Anyways, so I am not even going to begin to tell you how many legs
What are you doing now?
I'm doing. The pill bugs, the
Oh,
isopods.
yes, yes, sorry.
I'm not even going to begin to tell you how many legs an isopod has. I could probably tell you, but I'm going to just put a bunch of legs on here because no fish is going to notice, and only geeks like me would count the legs on a pill bug. But anyways, I'm going to start with the two front antennas, and these are all broom bristles. So every leg on here is a small, thin, very thin white broom bristle. And on a pill bug, they have two coming out the front, which are antennas, and two coming out the back, which.
Oh, that's hard to see, honey. Because your shirt is like really white.
Well,
You should change your shirt.
I'm not going to change my shirt midstream. Miss Superfly is full of you know what? I don't know if any of you have seen the movie, the Chosen, the series, The Chosen. But Mrs. Superfly, there's a scene in there where the ladies are trying to tell Jesus how to dress before he gives his Sermon on the Mount. And Jesus goes, I could care less how little I look. Well, Mrs. Superfly is always trying to give me fashion tips before I tie flies, just so you guys know. Okay, so I got two out the front, two out the back, which we will trim later. And then we're going to go in 1 millimeter sections and tie in these broom bristles. I apologize if you can't see them because they are white. They do blend in against my shirt. So the Miss Superfly is correct. But you women just like to tell us. So I get it. All right. So there's the first section. I probably don't have enough. I'm going to have to get more. But anyways, I'm going to go up a millimeter, put another section. And here's an interesting fact. I have pill bugs, like live pill bugs. I have them beside my bed in a small aquarium. I find them very fascinating. They're a fascinating little bug. I'd probably say my second favorite bug, if you want to know my second favorite, is probably these pill bugs because they are just a cute, in my opinion, they're a cute little bug. They look like a little armored armadillo or a little armored tank, and they roll up into little balls, and they're just kind of there's something about them. They're kind of cool. I think they're really neat. But yes, I'm a geek. So I'm gonna keep going up every couple of millimeters and put in another section of legs.
See, Bambi said I keep you looking dapper, and you should listen to me, or these guys
Bam,
will steal her.
Ba- Bambi, no guy is stealing the Mrs. Superfly. If they want to try, they're welcome to it. And I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't
Well,
even.
one man has stolen me. My Savior Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Jesus is different. Obviously, Jesus has your heart. If he didn't, I wouldn't be in love with you like I am. Same goes for me. Jesus has my heart. So Jesus, and then the wife, and then everybody
So
else.
Luca's wife
Yes.
has tarantulas and praying mantises. She
Nice.
finds them fascinating, especially when she gets males and puts them in with the females, and the females eat them.
Yeah. Luca. Miss Superfly is not like that.
No.
Well, Luca, just watch your back, buddy. That's all I can say. Watch your back, pal.
Real Outdoors says roly poly, the little bug that rolls up in a ball.
That's
You
that.
like when they do that too.
Okay, so here's something I don't know much. I don't know if much of you guys would know this, because unless you have Rolly isopods, unless you guys have isopods, you wouldn't know this. But they like to flip each other. So when they're eating, I put a carrot in there or cucumber slices or zucchini, or they like fish flakes or whatever. But when I put a little piece of veg in there and they're all gathered around eating, they actually come up and they like headbutt each other and push each other out of the way. But they'll also somehow, I don't know how they do it, but they get them each other from underneath, and they actually like do this little jumping motion where they kind of flip the other guy or girl, and then the other one rolls up in a little ball and they kind of roll away.
That's funny.
And I'm not sure why they do that, but they do. Okay, so we got all the leggies in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it down. I don't know, can you guys see that?
Not very well.
Not very not
should
very.
have a darker
You'll
shirt
see
on.
it. You'll see it in a minute. You'll see it in a minute.
Sure. Why don't you put a black piece of foam behind it so we can see? Attach it with all your gadgets you have there.
Do you guys need to see it? Miss Superfly needs you to see it.
Well, they're watching you.
They are watching me. I can't attach it permanently.
Why not?
Anyways, we're moving to the next step.
Okay.
It'll be all good. Don't worry.
You do that.
Oh my gosh. Now you guys get me in trouble with the Miss Superfly. You get her started, and now I got to deal with her. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the underbelly of a. I need a dubbin.
Well,
But
lots of double.
I can't just dub it any color, Mrs. Superfly. So the underside of a pill bug is actually a creamy white color. So I'm using this creamy sort of off-white color, and we're gonna put some dubbin in between all these little legs. So I have to go between them all very carefully, like so. All right. And when I get to the end, I'm going to take some dubbin and I'm just going to put it on with my fingers and just twist it on. All right. And I'm going to go in between these last two legs. So that'll keep them sort of separated like that. And then I'm going to go carefully in between each set of legs with the dubbin. And this will keep them separated and in the right position. And in case you're wondering, I know my actual fly tying friends in here will know this because isopods are there's the water isopods and then the land isopods like scuds and whatever. These are like scuds. These are incredibly cool to fish with because they are just kind of like a scud, and the fish eat them very readily. So I have caught a lot of fish on the little isopod patterns. Okay, so I've dubbed up between all the little legs and up to the front. So now we need to put some eyes on our isopods. Now, isopods have little tiny eyes. They don't have very big eyes at all. So I'm going to take a pair of hemostats. My desk is a complete write-off. I'm going to take a medium thick broom bristle. I'm going to put it in there in my hemostats, and I'm going to, where's my other scissors now? Oh, I'm making a horrible mess. Okay. I'm going to leave 2 millimeters of broom bristle on either side. And I'm going to, now, if you were going to make this like more like a sinking scud, I want this to float because actually these isopods will float. But the scud version will sink. So you could put a heavier bead, black bead on there if you wanted it to sink. But because I'm making this really like a land isopod, I'm just going to make the two ends into a little ball like that on either side. And that's it. They're just tiny, tiny little eyes. And basically, we're just going to catch them below there. Dominic says goodnight.
Catch you on the next live stream.
All right, brother Dominic. Thank you for showing up. All right, so we got our little eyes in there, like so. And now we're going to take our gray foam. Now, isopods come in 2 different colors. So you could use a beige foam or a gray foam. But I'm going to use gray because most of my isopods are gray. All right. And you want it to be the length of your hook. Maybe just a little, maybe a millimeter past on either end. And then we're going to take our rounded scissors, which are here in the box, and we're going to round off our foam on either end. And make like a pill shape. No pun intended, since they're pill bugs. All right. And then we'll start the head, and we will just wrap our foam right by the head. I think I should have made the eyes bigger. Darn it. I'm going to do that actually because I want it to be proper. And by bigger, I don't mean they have to be bigger that way. I just mean the space in between has to be a little bigger. So let me try that one more time. I just need them to be somewhat bigger. That'll be better. This will be better, guys. I don't want to teach you guys the wrong thing. I want you guys to see. I want you guys to see a proper pill bug. This is what 60,000 hours get you. And again, if you were fishing this fly, you would absolutely not need to put this much detail or time or effort into it. Uh, if you do, you'll enjoy it, but there's no need for it. Especially if you're one of those weekend warrior guys. You definitely don't have to. Okay, yeah, this is, look at that. That you can already see that's much better. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, because of the way a pill bug is, we have to go, each one of those legs is a body section. So we'll go the first legs, then we'll go a millimeter down, and we'll do 2 wraps, and we'll spread the next legs forward, go a millimeter down, and go 2 wraps. And these guys like to live in colonies of, like, I've got thousands of them. Like, there's thousands of them in their little tank. And if you do a display where you show a colony, which I have, that you could be tying quite a few of these little guys. And I'm just going to spread these ones and tie it down on the end. Okay. Looking good so far. Looking good so far. I'm just going to, so now that I got that tied down, I'm just going to go back up through each section with 1 wrap. Whose idea was it to tie this? Mine? No, it was Finn's idea. And he's not even here. Ha ha. Okay.
Well, I waited, right?
You waited.
Yeah.
I was too talkative.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna tie one right here at the eyes, so that makes those eyes stand out. See how those eyes stand out there, guys?
Mhm.
So you got your front antennas. Okay, now I can tie off my thread. This is a really cool. This is a really cool one. I'm really impressed with this. I'll tie it off. Thank you guys for sticking around.
Yeah, it's a long live
This is a long live. We've gone half hour past our time, but you guys are incredible. So for these legs, you just want to bend them the 90 degrees down, and uh, and you're only going to go half of a millimeter out because their legs don't really stick too far out past their bodies. They're really have short legs, but they're very efficient at crawling around. They're actually pretty fast. They can move really super fast.
Lucas said he's definitely going to watch this again.
You're gonna watch it again,
Yeah.
Luca? Are you still in the hospital or did you get out? Okay, so I'm gonna do this on the other side, the same, half a millimeter, bend it over, then bend them out. All right, so then you,
No, he's still in the hospital.
man, oh man.
They should. They're saying he should get out sometime next week.
Well, we're praying for you, buddy. I hope you get out because I can't imagine being stuck in a hospital.
That long.
That's a long time. Okay, and then on the ends are a little short because they're not really antennas. So you only want them to sticking a little bit out the end. And their antennas are kind of weird because they don't just go forward. They go on a like an angle like this, and then they have like another 90-degree angle like that. And I watch these guys every night because they're quite interesting. I have a little red light, and because these guys are light photosensitive, right? They're not really attracted to the light, and when there's light, they hide. But if you put a red light, what will happen is they can't see red light, so they'll come out at night, and I can, while I'm falling asleep, I can watch them and watch them play their little silly games and throw each other and all their whatever else they do. Okay, so that's looking. So see how they look on the bottom? They got that like pale look, and then they got their legs. So now I'm just going to add some coloring to them, just a slight little coloring. Let's see what I got here. Ta-ta-ta. Whenever you guys see Finn out there, tell him to come back and watch. This one is for him. Okay, so I'm going to take my gray Sharpie and I'm going to do a stripe down the back. Okay, like a wide stripe, but I'm just going to leave it so that it kind of, it's a little pale around the outside and then gray on the top. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently take my brown Sharpie marker, and I don't think I can do this without messing it up. I hope I don't mess it up. I'm just going to do one stripe down the middle, and then on the antennas, I'm just going to touch it with the brown. Okay, and on the knees, so where I did the 90-degree angle, I'm just going to touch just a little bit, and then the tips of the feet, and then a little bit on the little antennas at the end. The little, I call them butt antennas. I should actually find the technical term. Like that. And then we will take our nail polish, our sort of clear nail polish, and we will go over the back like so, and then we will just touch the antennas and the little legs like so, and I will flip them over and I'll touch them on the underside like so. And that, boys and girls, is an isopod or a roly poly or a pill bug or whatever you want to call these little guys. Yay! And these are incredibly great little baits. And this is the side the fish usually see is the creamy side. Uh, so yeah, that's a little roly poly. And if you want them to be a little more sinky, you could make the eyes just a little bigger, and it'll be like a scud, and it'll those little glass bead eyes will take it down pretty easy.
Interesting.
Yay! I don't know if Rob was here when I was telling people I was old, but look, Rob, I'm getting old now. I have to have these magnifying glasses to see when I'm tying. I guess that means I'm old now. But yeah, thank you, Luca. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Bambi. You guys are fantastic. I really appreciate you guys showing up, and you guys are amazing, and I love you guys, and it's always fun hanging out with you guys. You gotta eat
That's
out.
for Luca.
Oh, okay. She's talking to Luca. I hope my pension is on. You know what? I'm
You're
not.
20 years away from
I'm
that.
20. Yeah, I'm a bit. I'm 48. 48. So
Yeah. 20 years.
I got a bit of a way to go.
Yeah.
But I'm still old enough. Old enough to know better. Still too young to care. And you know what? I'm not wrong. I'm not sorry, and I'm probably going to do it again. So yeah, yeah. All right, guys and girls, friends and family, my brothers
done
and
a lot,
sisters.
honey.
I did a lot.
Yeah. I'm a little
Um,
tired now.
yeah, I did a lot. I did a lot. Plus, I downloaded a bunch of videos today, and
And when we started, we had trouble.
yes, and I had troubles again when I started. Ugh. So you guys, some of you who've been here, I had to restart. You're only 37, Luca. You're just a puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 8 years on you, buddy. Nine years on you, or something like that. It's all good. Thanks, Team Superfly.
Oh.
Well, you know what?
That's sweet.
It's all because of you guys.
Yeah.
You guys inspire me to do this and to share what I know and to
Yeah.
hang out, and
Yeah.
you guys make me happy. Like I said, you every Sunday, Friday night, or Friday, whatever time I do it, and Sundays, I look really forward to being here with you guys. Uh, like I get really excited until 45 minutes before when I do my tests and my computer doesn't work, and then I get really freaking out in my head. But other than that, you guys cheer me up. You make me feel good,
Mhm.
and you just inspire me to be a better me, right? And I just want to give back what I've learned, and share it with you guys, and just be here with you guys hanging out and chilling out, and yeah. And every so often I make a couple dollars here and there, and keeps me going. What? Take it off?
There you go.
Take it off. It works, but it makes me all sweaty, and it's hot. So
It causes friction.
it
on
causes
the skin.
friction. As you can see, I got friction on my head. But
I guess Monster's leaving.
Monster's leaving. Yeah, I'm leaving too.
Oh, Tink Tink just came.
Tink Tink. You're late to the party, buddy. But that's okay. We love you. We love you. We're just finishing up. I can show you while everybody else's leaves. I can talk with Tink Tink for a few minutes. He showed up. He deserves a few minutes of my time. I just Hey, you know what? So many times that happens to me too. Amazon's got magnifying lights on that are really cheap and works really good. They're on a swivel, and you can choose how bright you want them and adjustable. Yeah, that would be good if I could use Amazon. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day.
Yep.
But it's all good. Rob said 3:32. Need to get some sleep. Rob, what's wrong with you, man? You
Oh
come to
my
my lives.
goodness.
You're such a trooper, man.
Oh my goodness.
Well, in all fairness, sometimes I go to his, even though it's like 4 in the morning for us.
Oh my
Yeah, once in a while.
gosh.
Once in a while. But Rob's awesome. And yeah, anybody who's watching this, even if you're watching it after the fact, go check out Rob's channel, Rob Green. He's a really fantastic fly tire, and he's a really just a good guy. So go check him out. Wow. Rob, man, I don't know. I'm on. You know what? Regardless, I'm still honored that you come and you stuck around. I'm really honored to have you here. You're a great guy, and I really love your stuff. I really love your work, and I highly recommend you. So yeah, yeah. But yeah, I'll just show Tink Tink what we were tying today. I tied this little pill bug, or actually it's an isopod, but they call them pill bugs or roly polies. Uh, they call them a lot of potato bugs, but they're not really a potato bug. Uh, Thank you, Rob. Much blessings to you guys, all of you guys. And then Tink Tink, I was showing them this is an actual potato bug. This is what the nymph stage, and then the beetle stage. So these are actually what they look like. See, I tie them so good they can crawl around. See. Right? Now I'm getting Luca in trouble. You're getting a broom.
I know.
Just be careful, Luca, because if you get into really tying, I've got this is like I got red broom bristles and green broom bristles and yellow broom bristles and light green and dark green and white and of all different thicknesses, medium thick, white. You'll start learning the thicknesses of broom bristles. It's dangerous. I'll go into the store and I'll buy a broom, and the wife's like, "Are you buying another broom?" I'm like, "I don't have that color or that thickness or whatever," and she'll be like, "What is wrong with you, Superfly?" But I can tie any bug, man. Any bug. So yeah, I tied this, Tink, and then I tied this for Luca, the Luca jig. Luca was like, "Can you tie jigs?" I'm like, "Absolutely." By the way, Luca, should I put this in the giveaway box? Somebody will win the Luca jig. Or do you want me to fish with this?
Fish with it, like you do with the other flies.
I can fish with it. I can show that it works.
Yeah, and then show what it catches.
I think Luca wants me to fish with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I said fish with it.
Fish with it, bro. All right, Luca. I'm gonna put the Luca fly in with all the other flies that I made for people, and I am gonna fish the Luca fly probably tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow. On Tuesday. Tomorrow, I'm going to a place where the Luca fly won't catch fish, not because it's a bad fly, just because the fish there only eat tiny, tiny, tiny little things. So, but I'm getting out twice this week fishing, so I can't complain. So yeah, we tied the Luca fly, we tied the pill bug, I tied this cool one, Tink. This is I don't even have a name for it. It's just a yellow fly with a red tail and a stuff. I tied that one, and I tied this little sort of minnowy pattern. I think it looks kind of like a little baby rock bass. That's what I would compare it to. Yeah, that's it, Bambi. He wants me to fish it. I gotta fish it and fish it good. Did I tie anything else? No, I think that's all I tied. I tied this just before the
I
live
have a
stream.
black cricket, honey.
I tied this just before the live stream. Oh yeah, I tied the black cricket.
Yeah.
Where's the black cricket?
Oh, I thought it was right there.
I put it in the
You
box.
put it. Oh, didn't you put it off to the side to dry?
No, I put it in a box.
Okay.
It dried, so I put it in. So I tied this one, Tink, the black cricket. So I was busy tonight. I did a lot for you guys. So I'm happy about it. I showed everybody the fly.
Luca really likes the cricket, eh?
Luca likes the cricket. Unless it's in your house. Chirpy, chirpy,
I
chirpy.
know.
Then you don't like it no more.
No way.
Oh, and I showed everybody I made this. This is the zebra, the beaded zebra nymph. Yeah. I haven't fished with one of these many moons. So I think
That'll be interesting.
I'm going to
Yeah.
re-fish this because I haven't fished it in a
It's
long
been
time.
years.
Yeah, 2017 was the last time I fished
Oh
this.
my gosh.
2017. So that's it. That's it. We're almost at 3 hours.
I
We're
know.
we're going to. Wow, we're
Yeah.
45 minutes late.
You need to get some water.
I need to
You
get
need to
some.
move.
I need some water. I need to
Stretch.
move and stretch and put away my mess. So yeah, maybe pack up some things for tomorrow.
Oh, that's a good idea. And charge some things.
I gotta Oh yeah, I gotta charge
your
my cameras because I don't know if I'll film anything tomorrow. To be honest,
Oh, okay.
we'll have to see.
Okay.
We're only going to port.
Okay.
The fishing there is not great. You guys won't. You guys won't like it.
Oh, good night, Luca.
Yeah. Good night, Luca. Good night, Bambi. Good night, Tink. Sorry again, Tink. Sorry that you missed it, but you can always rewatch it if you want. I'll always take the view count for that. I don't know if you guys seen some of my other. I posted a bunch of crazy videos on my channel today and yesterday. So there's some cool stuff and some underwater stuff if you want to see underwater fishies and some crazy spider my sister did. So all right, everybody. Rob, Luca, Bambi, Tink, Jared, everybody. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys. Pibbles and Bibles, Sandra. You guys all. Kid Fins. Any Fins. Dominic.
Oh yeah.
Wow. There's so many of you guys. Rooster. Yep. So many of you guys show up. So stay safe, guys. Real Monster. Yep. Real Outdoors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And a couple of new people today.
MN Picker.
Yeah, a couple of new people as well. So thank you guys. Thank you guys and girls for showing up. Thank you guys for always coming back. I really appreciate it. I really love you guys. So stay safe, stay blessed, keep your flies on the water, tight lines, and fish on Canada or wherever you are in the world. And we love you. Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Peace.
Oh, yeah, Lucas said, remember your gorilla glue, Jody.
Remember my Gorilla Glue. You know it. You know it. Jared's gonna come after me for that. He's gonna go, you still didn't get that Gorilla Glue? And I've been to my mom's like 8 times.
I know.
Horrible. Horrible. Anyways, guys, love you. Stay safe. God bless. Peace.